Goats. How are you? Happy Monday. This is key takeaways from week 6 fantasy football in the NFL, of course. I am your host. I am your shepherd. And what's up, yGoat? How are you this evening? We got a doubleheader tonight, yGoat, baby. Doubleheader, another one. We got the Bills. Some may say is the best team in the league versus the Falcons. Bijan. We're going to see how Bijan is. Bijan is Bijan. I'm not worried about fucking Bijan. All eyes are going to be on Michael Penix. We're going to need big-time Drake London as well. I got some stakes tonight. I'm looking at my big boy league, the big boy league. We've got Josh, Drake London, and Keon Coleman. I'm rolling out. I'm going to roll with Keon down by 25 to his Roma Dunze. I think that shit's in the bag, if you want me to be honest. Jago, what do we got going on here tonight? Let me take a look at what we got before. Let me get into your questions here, Jago. Let me see what we're working with, and then we're going to get into the key takeaways from week 6, courtesy compliments of Ryan Heath over at Fantasy Points. Has allowed me to disseminate his hard-working deep dive data for the Goats, and I appreciate it, and I'm going to give him credit wherever the hell it's due. So by all means, we will get into that deep dive that we have on screen in just a minute or two. I'm going to get the yGoat right here, and should I trade Jordan Mason for receivers? Receivers, Zay Flowers? No, I wouldn't do that. I get that Lamar's coming back, but I want to roll with. I want as many healthy, stable running backs as possible. All right, so you are going to give me the lineup. My lineup: JD tonight, J Love last night, JSN, wide receiver 2, fantasy, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Nico, who was on a bye. Would be very interested to see how they come out of the bye this upcoming week. Garrett, Garrett Wilson is likely to miss this upcoming week 7, by the way. Likely to miss because they're on a bye week 8. His MRI came back okay, positive, but not wonderful either. We don't have an indefinite. It's probably some sort of sprain, and it wasn't season ending. There's trouble there. There's trouble with the Jets in general. The Jets. We can't. How do we go back to starting even Breece Hall? That's a big mess, man. That team that couldn't muster up any offense got sacked 9 times. They have no offensive line. You can't operate like that. You just can't operate like that. Should I do the trade? Because you're thinking you're going to be down Garrett. I mean, look, JSN, Nico, Diggs, Mike Evans is going to come back soon. Bucky and Breece and Bill tonight. We're going to watch RJ Harvey. This is on the bench. Good bench piece. No, because Bucky Irving's not going to play week 7. That's already announced. Him and Godwin out week 7. I'm going to keep Jordan Mason, Goat. I gotta keep Jordan Mason here, Goat. That's right. We got a good game. Or should I try to trade away Bucky and Mason? Bucky and now Jordan Mason for Derrick Henry. I don't want to give away 2 running backs, although it is Derrick Henry. If anything, I see you, Don Goat. How are you, Don Goat? How are you, Hecky? yGoat, should I trade Rashad for K9? No. You're going to get Rashad White again, full volume, week 7. Don't make that deal yet, Hecky. Not yet. No, I wouldn't do. Evans, Nico, Garrett, Diggs. If anything, if you could attempt to do Mason, the healthy running back here, not Bucky. He's not gonna take on Bucky, I don't think. I wouldn't want to take on Bucky right now. I would want to take on Mason. If you could attempt to do Diggs and Jordan Mason for Derrick Henry, that's what I would try to do first. But not 2 backs. In the game that we play, in this game of fantasy, the running back is probably the most highest valuable commodity that you could have. You can never have enough of them. You can never have too many of them. What's up, Don Goat Baby? Appreciate you. I appreciate you, yGoat. I do. Hecky Goat. Hecky, if you're new to the channel, Hecky, please give us the like. Please give us the subscribe. We are in our 13th month with all these absolute filthy, beautiful, champion goats. And I'd like you to join us. Join this herd. No, I don't want to trade Rashad White. Let's not forget Rashad White. I mean, Rashad White has been with this team since 2022. He was limited for that season, not because of injury, but he was limited because he was like an RB2. Then 2023, he had the backfield kind of like in a split, but he took it over second half of the season in 2023. 2024, we saw him again. They drafted Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving was like, shot out of a cannon for his second half of the season, but Rashad White's still not going anywhere. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and motherfucking gentlemen. The one and only. There he is. Solo Goat. What are you doing, brother man? What are we doing here? You see that space? See the space above this shared screen X Ryan Heath stuff? I got that's kind of set up for like a goat cam. It's a goat cam. You let me know when you want to be on the goat cam. It's kind of set up that way. Kind of, sort of. It is. It's a smaller screen, obviously. And I was just playing around one night. I just decided to leave it. Let me get into some of this stuff here. I know the goats. The only reason that I thought to do this style show, this type of content here, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with this type of content. Data. I know many of us rely on the eyes. I rely on my eyes for most of the time. Most of us rely on the eye test or film. We watch, NFL films or all 22s or you can put up YouTube clips. So there's film. We do that. Then there's data. All the freaking numbers and all the statistics and all that analytics that go on behind what we are actually seeing, of course. Like when we see these dudes running around on the field, there's actionable data that's attached to that, and here it is. Or when we see a running back take an attempt, and what the hell did he do with the attempt? Over the past 2 games, without Braylon Allen, this is actionable. Without Braylon Allen, Breece Hall is commanding a 92% backfield carries. 92%, 100% of the backfield rushing attempts inside the red zone. Nobody else, that means no one, is taking rushing attempts inside the red zone. But that's just led to 12.2 fantasy points. Here's why. Well, we all know why. The Jets. It's the Jets. It's the Jets offense. That's the why. It's the Jets. And that offensive line. It's bad. It's bad news. It's bad news for the Brees Hall owners based on what we saw last night. It's bad news if you are Garrett Wilson. There's no other wide receiver there either. So Mason Taylor looked real promising in 2 games. He disappeared yesterday, in London. He disappeared. Drew Golden, Jose Goat. Where was Mason Taylor? No wide receiver no wide receiver or no tight end, I should say. No pass catching person. No pass catching receiver is expected to be able to operate like that when your quarterback is sacked 9 times. Fire Harbaugh, fire Glenn. You're in that camp, aren't you? You're in that camp. It's out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old and in with the new. So you're calling for Johnny H's resignation. Yeah, Jose, he had his best game with his 3 catches and 82 yards and 5 targets. He led the team in receiving. I'm pretty sure, without even checking right now, he led the team in receiving, but had 4 fewer targets than Romeo Doubs. And the one who scored was Tucker. Solo wants fucking John Harbaugh fired. Oh man. If you're gonna fire John Harbaugh, why aren't you firing Mike Tomlin last year? If you're firing John Harbaugh. I get it. It's the worst. It's their worst start in probably over a decade. I get that part. Their defense, they're very injury depleted. But I get it. Tell me Golden is droppable. No. Jose Goat. No. If you're stuck with him now through 6, coming out of the bye with his best game almost. He basically had his best game. I wouldn't drop him. No Shepherd or Stewards over the weekend would have told you to drop him either. I wouldn't drop him. Jose. He's going to get off the schneid. He's going to score eventually. He again, 85 yards against the Bengals. I wouldn't make that move. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Let's dig into a little bit more. Yes, he's right in off of the 2020. Yeah. Should have hired McDonald. Yeah. I feel you. There's definitely 2 camps. So you're certainly not the only one. I've already heard this chatter. He's there basically on brand at this point. Basically, brand Harbaugh and the 2012 hoisting of the Lombardi. Yeah, I get it. Who you hiring now though? Who the hell are you hiring? Yeah, McDonald would have been the logical choice, but he's still. Let's not be prisoners of the moment with McDonald. Also, yes, Seahawks are playing well, and we think that program, that team is heading in the right direction. JSN is absolute stud. Sam Darnold has proven the doubters wrong. I was one of them. I didn't think that he was going to be able to repeat that high elite level quarterback play moving off of Kevin O'Connell. I didn't believe that. I was like, nah. Hence, therefore, I pretty much passed on JSN all over the place. You know what I was doing, Goats? Solo, you know what I was doing in the majority of my leagues? It was Malik, and then coming back around, it was Lad McCox. That's what I was doing for at least 50% of my leagues. He's going to finish out his contract. The general manager, the owner, buddies. Yep. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Look, it'd be interesting. If they continue the face plant, which I don't think is going to happen. especially if you're coming back with Lamar. Rest in peace, Malik. Yeah. Oh, he's going to come back so strong next season. It's going to be beautiful to see. We're going to double down. That's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, you should. Let's do that, Jose Goat. Let's do that. There's nothing wrong with having a rookie wide receiver at the bottom of your depth chart. Your team. There are more buys coming up. We'll make the best decision possible whether to start him if it's your third wide receiver that you're starting or if it's a flex play. We'll make the best decision. Wish we could have seen that Dart Malik connection. We just have to wait now. We're definitely gonna. I have to say, yeah, we saw this misery. Look at this stuff. Tyler Batty was inactive. RJ Harvey commanded a season-high 13.3% target share. That's fantastic. The Broncos couldn't even do anything on offense. As bad as the Jets were and as good as the Broncos defense was, the Broncos offense was terrible yesterday. So I think that's kind of getting lost in this a little bit. I know it's not being lost with Sean Payton, but it's kind of getting lost a little bit. Where the hell was that offense? Harvey has now commanded at least 11% target share in 3 of his last 4 games. That's promising. For perspective, just 8 RBs have hit an 11% target share in 4 separate games this year. That's promising. See, he's giving us something to hang our hat on. Free him! Free Trevion! I'm sure he's going to get to Trevion. I'm sure he's going to get to the Patriots. I'm almost certain of it. Should we jump to the Patriots? Here, the Cardinals, Colts, Kamani Vidal. Well, here's your boy Kamani. Kamani Vidal sure looked like the Chargers efficiently back today. Vidal, 75% backfield carry share, 10.5% target share, and the only carry inside the 10. Hassan Haskins, 25% carry share, 2.6 target share. Kamani Vidal, 21.5 weighted opportunities, is the 5th most through the afternoon, resulting in 138 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. Kamani Vidal looks to be the workhorse moving forward. So Marion Hampton comes back, or the Chargers make a move for running back. It was rumored over the weekend that they were canvassing the league, according to Schefter and Rappaport, canvassing for a starting running back or a depth piece. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to do that now. Watch next week, it'll be Haskins. Wouldn't surprise me. Because, it's like they don't have any. They should roll out with Vidal first, but if he's getting stuffed, right? If he's kind of like struggling on 1 series or 2 series, and Haskins isn't, that wouldn't surprise me. And of course, yes, Kamani Vidal and Hassan Haskins were playing the motherfucking Dolphins. What's up? Lucius, baby. Lucius Goat and the Squid Goats here. What up, Squid and Lucius babies? I'm going to have to put the microphone down. Oh, the return of Hines. Oh, Hines Ward? Is that the Hines? Hines Ketchup? I'm going to have to put the microphone down so I can give Lucius my undivided shepherd attention with Kincaid out. Would you go Knox or Kokomet this evening? Not sure if Loveland is playing tonight. I haven't seen any news regarding Loveland being out. Washington, a decent tight end matchup where Atlanta seems really good against the position. Let me tell you something about Dawson Knox. They like him. Josh Allen likes him. I don't know if you're going to get the 4 catches for 50 yards, 65 yards from Dawson Knox as you would possibly potentially get with Dalton Kincaid. But on the other side of that coin, Josh Allen's in the red zone. Don't be surprised if Dawson Knox's number's called. I think Komet's the better play. I think Cole Komet's the better play. Again, I could see both of them doing well. I think Colston Loveland, again, I haven't seen anything regarding his playing status as out. Hold on, let's do a quick scan here. The season has been brutal. Brian Branch is appealing. Congratulations. If you're counting on Kincaid, yeah, I would. Yeah, I think it's Cole Kmet. Even though there's nothing on Loveland, yeah, the Falcons have ruled out Darnell, Ray McLeod, and Darnell Mooney. So all the inactives are coming out now. I think you're safest with Cole Kmet and what could potentially be a higher scoring affair. Josh Allen's got plenty of other weapons. Shakir, Coleman, Josh Palmer, James Cook, Dawson Knox. Curtis Samuel was ruled out as well. What's up, Squiddy? What's up, Squid Goat? What are you doing here, Squiddy? Should I trade Jamar? And Stephon Diggs for DeAndre Swift, Roma Dunze, and Fan. This is a big boy. This is kind of like a big boy. My tight end's on the Njoku Warrior and Mason Taylor. And my running backs are only Derek and CMC. Should I trade Jamar and Stephon Diggs? Why? To get DeAndre Swift? Nah, there's got to be something better. There's got to be Squid, there's got to be something better. I couldn't in good conscience have you go ship off Jamar Chase along with a wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 for you, Stephon Diggs, to get DeAndre Swift and Roma Dunze. Just doesn't seem that doesn't seem even. I get it that Njoku Warrior is a little injured, banged up, and I get Mason Taylor is on the Jets. I get that. Then your other running backs are King Henry and CMC. You only have 2 running backs? I'm sure you have another running back. The return of Hines. The return. The Colts legend, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either, Hecky Goat. I'm not. Quincy. GQ. What's up, GQ, baby goat? Yeah, I couldn't do that. I know you're looking for the running back here, and you're looking to maybe upgrade at your tight end there. I get that. All, but DeAndre Swift is no lock to finish as their leading running back moving forward. And we're going to find out a lot about it tonight, too. Let's see what they have in store for Coleman guy. Let's see if Roshan Johnson winds up. I don't know what they plan on doing with him. DeAndre Swift does have a nice little window coming up in terms of their schedule, from what I'm told. And then it gets brutal again. Coming out of like week 10, week 11, or down the stretch, where it's going to be tough. I don't know if DeAndre Swift's really going to hold on there. Yeah, I can take a look at that part right now for you. I can take a look at that. We can go right over here, right over there, right over here, and there. Boom, boom. Oh, and now more Garrett News. Garrett News info's flying in. DeAndre Swift. Dun, 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 dun. Game log. Yeah, the Commanders tonight, the Saints. He's got the Ravens week 8. They've got the Bengals. They've got the Giants. They've got the Vikings. Week 12 is Pittsburgh. Week 13 is Philadelphia. That's not the same team as of now, presently. Week 14. All right, so our playoffs, right? Fantasy playoffs. It's Cleveland, week 15. It's week 16, Green Bay. Week 17 in San Fran. They did them no favors, the Bears. They did them favors in the beginning of the season. They did them no favors. So between the next few games is decent. Week 14, week 15. They've got the Green Bay Packers week 14 and week 16. I would look to try to do something else, my friend. And you're still holding Jamar Chase in the process. And you're still holding Jamar Chase. Who should I pick up for week 7? Josh Allen has a bye. It's either Bo Callahan or Sam Darnold. All the Bills are off, huh? Week 7, I think the Giants are visiting, if I'm not mistaken. I could see a nice rebound game for the Broncos offense. Sam Darnold's been doing nothing but dealing, man. Sam Darnold's been nothing but dealing. Check to see who. I'm not familiar with the Seahawks schedule. I can tell you the Giants schedule almost. Chase Brown. Big disappointment last night. We thought that he would get the uptick and the bump. Flacco, check down, Flacco. He didn't look like a check down to Jamar Chase. Looked like a filthy ass 20-yard pass for a touchdown is what that looked like. How good is that dude, man? That's why you saw that catch, right? He didn't just make that catch. He took he made sure that Nixon wasn't even going to dare touch the ball either. At the same time, that's how good that man is. I like, again, Hacky Goat. I like having one of these two for sure for the bye week. And Bo Nix has got the Giants coming up week 7, I believe, at home. One of these two are both very valuable to leave on the roster. God forbid something happens to Josh Allen. JSN has been sensational. Wide receiver 2. Fantasy. Sam Darnold, man. Who's going to be the coach for Tennessee next? It's a clown show, like the Jets. And it starts all the way at the top. It starts at the top. The people that are ultimately pulling the strings. Ownership. And if you're not a football person, you don't have football people in your inner circle, then you're doing clown stuff. Who would want the job? Who would want that Jets job? That's the bigger thing, right? Like, why the hell would I? What has led me to believe in the last 5 to 10 years that this franchise is committed to turning things around, or to building something, or to gutting it and rebuilding something like the Broncos did? Ownership. Well, you damn well know that those owners, What do they know about football? So you hire the right football people. Lad McConkey. Here comes Lad. Lad McConkey, folks. In weeks 1 through 5, 18.7 target share, 42% receiving yards per game, 9.7 fantasy. Lad McConkey in week 6 without Quentin Johnston, 23.7 target share. That's nice. 100 receiving yards and 23 fantasy points. Never doubted it. Never doubted it once. In Lad, we trust. We trust him. There's the Smitty. There's the Smitty goat. James Franklin. Wasn't he the 27th president? James Franklin. Was that James Madison? He's Smitty. He bit off more than he could chew, man. Bit off more than he could chew. Not a head coach. Not a head coach. Am I suggesting the least bit that, oh yeah, well, this is an easy job? If you're a coach, you're a coach. No. Not at all am I implying that. But once you are now in that chair and you have an entire task list of things that you need to oversee and things that you need to make sure that they are being executed to the highest degree. Right now, that is an absolute failure. Now, what kills me, and I'm sure kills most, is like there's talented people there. There's some talented players that are being wasted away. Wasted. Oh yeah. No, that's not bad. That's they may have to go to college. I'm not sure if they're going to that guy, but yeah. We forgot we could get into that pool. You may have to get into that pool. Who the hell that has already been a professional coach in this league would want to be the Jets? I bet you people would be lining up to take the Ravens job. Bet you that. No one's lining. Who the hell wants to take the Titans job? You think you could turn it around? Brian Callahan. Him and Zach Taylor, they're not head coaches. Not head coaches. Zach Taylor got that job because he's got great play calling ability. Well, but like, do you really need how much great play calling do you need when you have great players like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and you had Joe Mixon. Now there's a big question mark. Do you recommend trading Devontae after this upcoming week? Devontae Smith, or is that Devontae Adams? Puka Nacua is not going to play this week. Almost certain. I'm not sure if they ruled him out yet fully, but he's because they're going to England and then they're on a bye. So they're going to give him more time to rest. We say this every year. What a brutal season for injuries. Brutal. There was a stat last week. Not really a stat, just a nice, fun little nugget. As of going into week 6, 14 out of the top 48 players at ADP were either out for the year, out for the game, or, going to miss some time. So 14 out of 48 players in the top 48 of ADP. 48, that's between round 1 and round 4, 48 in a 12-man league. I found that very interesting. Either out for the year, out that day, game, or, going to miss some time. 14. Vlad is looking nice. Yes, he is. He's looking nicey nice. My trade for Vlad is looking nice. Got Harvey and him plus a third in Dynasty traded with Henry. Not the Rhino one though. I didn't see that Rhino. Plus I think he has Lad. Maybe that was the Rhino. The Rhino Dino. JK. JK, what do you say, JK Goat? Kincaid is out and needed him this week, down by 3. Go get yourself Dawson Knox then. Or go get yourself Cole Kmet. And do it now, baby. You should be able to get 3 points out of any of them, including Knox. Go get another tight end, bro. Goatski. I'm not going to trade him. Week 7, if he's going to be their primary weapon, along with Kyron Williams, Squid Goat, Pukanako is not going to. He's going to miss some time. Yeah. Oh, can't drop Kincaid, right? Everyone played in my lineup. Everyone but Kincaid. Everyone played in your lineup but Kincaid. And your bench too, right? If you can't make the drop from someone that played yesterday on your bench, I'm afraid you're going to have to drop Kincaid. If there's nobody else there, that's dependent on your league rule though. If you could drop the player, even though he didn't play for you, but he played yesterday, that's on your bench. If you could do that, you do that, one of those guys. But if you can't do that, your only option, well, you have 2 options. You could take the L, lose by 3, right? I mean, if you're 5-0, or you're gonna have to drop Kincaid. You drop Kincaid and you look to go snatch him up again on Wednesday. Yeah, I tried already. Can't do it. Bet you could do it for Kincaid, though. I hate to take a loss, though. Who's to say that, Cole Kmet, if Cole Kmet's available, Cole Kmet might be a nicer option moving forward. The tight end is such a crapshoot, broski. You're asking me now, Smitty Goat. While the wound is still fresh from yesterday in Breece Hall, you're asking me now. Oh, the Lions are still the Lions are messing with us, man. The Lions are messing with us. They're using Monty just as much as they're using Jahmyr Gibbs. Monty still looks great. I know. I love that, Smitty. I'm already there too, for the most part. All leagues are different. Yeah, they are. Can he put him in the IR depending on league rules? That would have been the boss move also. Sure, if with an O designation, that would have been the boss move. I'd hate for you to just take the L here. I think I would play on, and let's celebrate Cole Kmet. Let's celebrate him tomorrow on the Waivers show. Smitty, who are the Jets? Who are the Jets up against? I think the Panthers, right? Breece Hall's like their only offense. I bet you Justin Fields rebounds too. But then I'm still circling right back to the real issue here, which is the offensive line. That's the real issue here. He couldn't even run. Justin Fields couldn't even run himself out of trouble. That's how little time he had. And that's how good the front 4 are for the Broncos. Or the front 7, really. That whole defense is filthy. Right now, preliminary Smitty Goat. It's probably Breeson. It's probably Rashad. Yeah, Froggy Goat. Yeah, Froggy Goat, man. He was on such a tear. He was on such a tear. And I asked Rhino, I asked the War Chief, I'm like, how sustainable? How sustainable is this real? Can this really be? Maybe this injury, a game or two, not the end of the world, it allows him to kind of like cool the jets. So now when he returns, let's get best case scenario. He returns week 8, and he goes on another heater. That's the most optimistic I could tell you, because Emeka Ibuka isn't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. If Mike Evans came back, he wasn't going anywhere. If Chris Godwin was healthy, by the way, Chris Godwin is not healthy, so Emeka Ibuka is not going anywhere. I know we're gonna have to weather this out with him sidelined for a little bit, but it's not a major injury. Yeah, I saw that solo goat. Why would you want to return? Other than the fact that Garrett is like the utmost highest professional from the Ohio State, by the way, just like Emeka Ibuka, just like Jackson Smith and Jigba, just like Scary Terry. So, other than his pedigree and the utmost professional, why would you want to return to this team? I can't believe he wanted to stay and sign a long-term deal with them. I would bet annuities that they don't that they don't win a Super Bowl on that team. Holy shit! Might just have to take an L. JK, I don't. Yeah, man. JK Goat. JK Goat. I wouldn't want to. Yeah. I would drop Dalton Kincaid at that point. I don't want to take the L. It's playing this game. You gotta feel all right. Let's roll Cole Kmet, and then we'll live for another day. Get back Kincaid. What Kincaid's been? What's up, Bobby Goat? I see you, Bob Goat. Hold on a second before I get to Bob Goat. Dalton Kincaid. Let me see this. Let me just take a look here. Dalton. Where are you, Mr. Dalton? Dalton. I don't even see him. What am I missing here? This is for week 6. Week 6, Trey, Tucker, Sam, Hunter, Travis, Darren Waller, Kyle. He's not even here. He's not in the top because he's already ruled out. What the hell? He's not even on here. I'm combing through this thing more than once. Hunter, Sam, Tucker, Jay, Tyler, David Njoku, Jake Tongs is 13, Theo Johnson is 14, Mason Taylor is 15, Mark Andrews, Jawan, Harold, Kate Otten, AJ Barner and Bailey. If I can't even get this dude in the top 12, I don't even know why we're sweating. I'm not looking at number 7, Sleeper is sleeping. Sleeping on Sleeper. What's up, Bobby Goat? What do you think about pits tonight? Thanks. What do I think? I think you better have a nice stiff drink with you. That's what I think. No, with Darnell Mooney's out, Ray McLeod is out. They're a little thin at options. I think Kyle Pitts could possibly turn into a pretty decent game. Again, when teams come out of the bye, they've sharpened up their plays. They've installed new ones. They are going over schematics. They do a lot with the time that they have free. Hopefully, the time that they had off was good for Michael Penix to make sure that he's looking at his pass catchers, not just name Drake London. It could be a good game for him. That's what I think. Now, what do I really think? I think you better have a stiff drink with you when it comes to Kyle Pitts. Is there an alternative? Like what we're discussing between Cole Kmet and how Dalton Kincaid is out, so Dawson Knox is up. Is there an alternative? Or do you need Kyle Pitts tonight in one of your leagues? That's the $1 million question at this time. Fantasy Goats, the Goats loose. Bills safety DeMar Hamlin is placed on IR. Alrighty. How about Bo Nix's brother? Oh shit. What do I think? I hope that young Tens doesn't get himself hurt. That's what I think. It's going to be a little different between, let's say, Emeka Ibuka pulling his hamstring, or knock on wood, it's not worse. So Garrett Wilson coming down on his knee, or tweaking his knee, versus Tez Johnson getting injured. It gives me bad Tank Dell vibes. This dude. He looks tight. He looks tiny. Yeah, I know. It's a nice little story. He fell in the draft, right? What was the issue with him? Where he got into some sort of issue, where he fell in the draft. He came in a little bit higher, and then something fucked up. This week I need Pitts. I need Pitts. You're welcome, Bob Goat. You need Pitts. That means the Goats need Pitts. You're not the only one riding with Pitts. I can tell you are not the only one. I'm sure I got Kyle Pitts on a dynasty squad. Absolutely do. I also have Tyler Warren on that team. I drafted Tyler Warren in the first round solo go because I'm sick of Pitts. But I might be starting. I think I'm starting Pitts also. I think I'm starting him in the flex. I've got two. You got two flex. Let me check on this. Here's a silly league. No, I didn't start Pitts. Oh shit! What a bust. Alec! I put Iomater. That was silly. But I do got Pitts here. Pitts is definitely here. The matchup isn't fantastic against the Bills, but it could be. He should be able to muster up at least 10 freaking points. Dude, believe me, it was out of character. It was out of character that I went with the first round tight end. I want the damn running back. I want the damn quarterback. I want the damn wide receiver. Based on where I finished last year, which was, I guess, semifinals. So I had like the 8th or 9th pick. And there he was. You know what? Boom. Tyler Warren. Let's go. Wheels up. Just give me mine. Just give me 9. Oh, that's all you need, Bobby Goat? 9? If this dude can't get you 9, 45, 50 yards and 4 catches, if he can't even do that, forget it. What a disaster. Disasters. Devon Achane's been on a tear. He's been on a tear. $18.8 target share, 2 of 2 backfield carries inside the 5. So when they're inside the 5-yard line, there's no Ollie. There's no Ollie G. It's been Devon Achane. 23.8 fantasy points. RB3 on the season. Yeah, see, he's highlighting Ollie right here. Ollie Gordon, 5 carries for -1. Yeah, that's not very good. Oh, here's what we've been waiting for, folks. Here's what we've been waiting for. Just like Antonio Gibson went down in week 5, the Patriots' backfield was a virtual 50-50 touch split this week with a slight lean to Trevion Henderson in the passing game. A slight lean. A big lean to Ramondre Stevenson at the goal line over the last 7 quarters. Now, he's giving us the last 7 quarters. Ramondre, 56% of the backfield carries, 5 of 5 inside the 10-yard line. He's 5 of 5 for attempts inside the 10. 2 of 7 on targets. Trevion, 44% of the backfield carries, nothing inside the 10. Ramondre Stevenson has 5 of 5 inside the 10. What does that tell us? What does that mean? It means Mike Vrabel's putting in Ramondre Stevenson at the goal line. Last 7 quarters, 5 out of 5. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Arthur's going home. I'm coming home. Coming home. Tell FedEx Arthur's coming home. Well, that makes sense. Arthur Smith is from that area. Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate you, Bob Goat. Love that message, Bob Goat. Yes, please. Fantasy Goats. Do us a favor as we continue to march in our 13th month. If you're digging this channel, if you're digging the vibes, if you're digging the content, we only provide you with experience that we only do ourselves. Plus more. Subscribe to the channel. What's up, Mr. Bakes Goat? What up, homie J? Homie B. My guy Bakes. What are we baking tonight? I'm baking Josh Allen to Keon Coleman and a big side, Drake London. That's who we got rolling on one side. Verse Roma Dunes. Tingly, baby. Appreciate you, Big Scoot. Appreciate you, Bob. Great. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. When you get it coming from the goats, when the goats giving up the sign, it doesn't get any better than that. Does not get any better than that. 5 of 13 for Judy. JK. We need a tight end, don't we? What's with this 5 for 13 for Judy? May 13th. is for Judy. Best channel. Best man. Best goat. Champion goat. Championship goat. Folks. Fantasy Goats Invitational 2024 champion is that man right there. The solo man. The architect of this mother-loving, beautiful, handsome goat. The architect. The designer. That's right. That's right. No, I'm not even bullshitting you, goats. Not even bullshitting you. The lead designer of that goat is right there. And the champion as well. Fantasy Goats Invitational. I'm trying to look at a little ad here. I don't have the, of course I don't have the right ad. I don't have the right art here. Like look at this. It's like this is missing. Like this is like missing like some key information here. Like Fantasy Goats Invitational, Solo Invitational, something. It's like missing shit. I have this for Husot. Not missing anything there. Oh boy, oh boy. 13 targets, but yeah, I'll take the loss. I won't time JK. 13 targets. That's what Judy had. 5 catches, 13 targets. That's not very good. Now that's either that could be one of two things, or it could be a combination of both. Either it's him and his quarterback not accurate, not being accurate. Both. It's probably a little combination of both. He was thrown to 13 times. There's probably some errant balls there. There was probably some errant balls. Let's not get very excited about that 13 either. That seems excessive. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that Quinshon Judkins had his worst day of his young career. What are we doing tonight, Tingley? What are we doing tonight, baby? What are we doing? Who do we got? Who do we have to take down, Tingley Goat? James Coffee, the coffee man, the coffee goat. He's throwing hospital balls. Yeah, he's throwing hospital balls. At one point, I hear Judy refuse to catch the ball when Dora threw it towards the safety. Dora will start week 8 or maybe midweek. He's throwing out. Jerry refused to catch it, right? Because he didn't want to get his head taken off. That just goes into his character as well, by the way. The diva-ness of the wide receiver. I didn't hear any reports like that coming out of MetLife Stadium with Malik Neighbors last season with freaking Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito throwing out those types of balls. But yeah, I'm sure some of those balls are bad. I need to watch. I gotta go back and watch the Browns. No, I'm really gonna. I wanted to see what Quinshon looked like. I have Kincaid out tonight, James Goat. Luther, yes. Kyle Mananya, your tight end Zach Ertz. Many thanks for your advice. I appreciate you, James Goat. I have Kincaid out in my PPR flex position. So Kincaid was going to be in your flex. All right, I get that. Let's roll some dice. Let's roll some dice. I kind of like Zach Ertz, but I don't know why are we playing the tight end in a flex position? So we have a new analyst / content creator for the Fantasy Goats. His name is Neo. He actually did a short today. It's up on the channel on why Luther Burden is a good play tonight. Coming out of the bye, the rookie bump. The Commanders are allowing like the 8th most plays on offense or over expected, something along those lines. It's setting up for Luther Burden. is what he is the point of the short. I would encourage you to go there. It says Luther Burden. If you want to play it safe, you can play it safe with Zach Ertz. If we're looking to swing for a home run, I would go with Luther Burden here. That's it. There's no harm, no foul. If you were already playing Dalton Kincaid in a flex, the floor play in that position, in that spot, would be Zach Ertz. High floor play. But a real home run, talking about a 15-point, 18-point PPR ball game, might be in the works for Luther Burden. I wouldn't play Kamananga yet. I like the idea of you having him. But yeah, no, I wouldn't play him yet. I would be okay playing Zach Ertz. I would be okay seeing what Luther Burden does tonight. In a pinch, in the bind that you're in. What's up, Goats? Steve Smith told it all on Judy. Steve Smith. We're going to roll with Pitts, Carlos Goat. I like Ertz also. Ertz isn't bad. His numbers have nowhere to go but up from last week, considering that he put up a dud. Scary Terry out again. Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. Defense should make for a high scoring affair, or there should be points on the board here tonight. Yeah, I think Lex Luther Burden is a sneaky home run here. Sneaky that you even have him on the team, along with Kamananga. You must be in Chicago, James Goat. You must be, or at least a fan of the Bears. I love it. Michael Hart. I'm up just over 6 points, and my opponent has cooked. Therefore, I'm cooked. I've been some screws. This game is funny. Man. .6 points. I mean, it would have to be a really bad game. Like, game script is completely not in his favor. They're rolling out Ray Davis. Maybe I hate to say this. Knock on wood. Maybe something takes place and he gets a little banged up early in the first quarter, and they just decide to hold him out because the Bills are about to steamroll the Falcons anyway. These are the scenarios. If none of that takes place, Michael, we'll be here week 7, baby. That's right. We'll be here for you, Michael Goat. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Join us. We're here like 6 days a week. 6 mother-loving days a week through the fantasy season. We'll be getting into rookies again that we did this previous offseason. I love that shit. Solo, if you're still with us. Love doing that, man. Really puts us like in the trenches with the rookies to really get a good idea of like what their skills are. Then, of course, predicting where they're going to be drafted. It was fun, but very, very little was correct. Very little. Promise you, nobody had Emeka Egbuka being taken by the Bucks. I promise you that. Promise you. Goats. 7:05, and it's about to be game time. 7:05, it's about to be game time. Really appreciate you guys. We will be back tomorrow night. It's Waivers Week 7. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, man, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I wish you guys nothing but good fantasy luck. May the fantasy lords be with you all. Kincaid is going to make me lose this week. Should pick up Dawson Knox yesterday. You can't make any moves now. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Bob Goat, man. Appreciate you, man. Really do. Fantasy gods hate me. No, they don't. No, they don't. So it's dynasty, that means it's real deep. Not a damn person available. That's what that means. I don't think you have enough time, to be quite honest with you. Game's about to start. Well, I mean, JK may have to take the L. I got a couple of L's coming my way this week, man. It's I know this might sound like a cliche. It's still early. I'll stop saying that it's still early, like around week 9, week 10. I'll stop saying it. Yeah, Pickens. Which upset that I did really well. Colts D got me 1 point. And he's got 17. Then my kick had 6 only. Hey, man, this is why we play the game. It's a beautiful game. Such healthy, fun entertainment. Yeah, don't look at it like you wasted that was a wasted 31 from Scatterbo. No, feel good. Feel really good that you have like a really good RB2 moving forward. That's the way to look at it. Or you have a really good piece that you may want to trade off. I don't know if I would do that. Depends on the deal. Injuries are killing us, Michael Goat. They're killing us. They're killing all of us. Oh, look at Bijan, baby. Bijan's too nice. I want Bijan to be like mean. I want him to hurt people. He's such a nice guy. I don't know if he's a dog. We need dogs on the field. Do you think Jamar Chase is a nice guy? I mean, behind the scenes or when he's not in uniform, he's got a pretty fun personality. Jamar Chase is a dog. He almost took Nixon's head off for trying to get the ball from him. Say, look at this. Look at the beautiful words of encouragement here from the Bob Goat. Perfect. He's so fun to root for. Yeah, hell yeah, he is. I doubt I'd trade him. I wouldn't trade him either, I don't think. That's right. All right, guys. Game is about to start. I appreciate you all on behalf of the Fantasy Goats, alongside Bob Goat, Michael Hart, JK, Solo Goat, the Bakes Goat, Bob Goat. I think I already said Bob Goat. I'm going to say it again. Carlos and James. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic show. Tingley, baby. The solo. Smitty Goat is in the house, and the Squid Goat's in the house. A lot of you goats, man. Let me tell you something. Another reason that fuels us. 13 months later, the guys, you goats are coming back. We're building a huge barn. A barn. Not a shed, a huge barn of goats. We're only growing. We're growing. He's 1, 2, 4. We're only growing here, goats. And I'm glad that you guys are along for the ride. I am. See you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock waivers. That's it right there, man. From the champion of the Fantasy Goats Invitational 2024. Tournament of 48 people. Now it's at, if my math is correct, 72 people. From 48, 50, 60, 72 now. That's right. You let somebody else win. No, I don't. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. All right, guys. Take you out with this. We'll take you out here.
Oh, fantasy gods, oh, fantasy gods, may you bless our players. Oh, fantasy gods, oh, fantasy gods, may you bless our players.